It's 8:35 on a cold winter morning. I'm 17 years old. I'm sitting in my crummy little room in my crummy little bed, starting my beautiful day, struggling to put my shoes on because I'm too stupid to find my socks and I'm too tired to judge myself for it. I'm living on my own for the first time and I have come to realize that students do not fare well in 8:30 classes. If only someone told me about that. Hi guys, I'm here to share my first day experiences with you all. On my first day of undergrad, I had no idea what I wanted. I knew vaguely what I was interested in, I knew what I was good at, but I didn't have anything concrete to call my passion. Simultaneously, I was excited. It was the first time I felt like I had admin rights over my own life. I could eat what I wanted, I could sleep when I wanted, and most importantly, I could push myself as much or as little as I wanted. The thing is, I didn't know where my limits lay. So when I began my journey, I was really concerned with answering two main questions. What were my physical and mental limits? And where did my real passions lie? The first question led me to try studying all night, try to spend the entire night out with friends, see how many things I could juggle at once. And the real aim was to find a good balance in my life. As a result, what I found worked for me was I liked spending the first half of my week devoted to projects, work, deliverables, anything as such. So that way, whatever extra time I would have, I would then spend that as freely as I wanted with friends. And whenever I found like an event plus my work or deliverables would coincide, I would usually devote my time into chunks so that way I could fit everything into my schedule. The reason I'm going with 2 hours and not one is because usually I found that 30 minutes to an hour just vanished. So yeah, that's what worked for me. And when it came to finding my passions, I turned into an absolute hyperactive bunny. I remember my first year, I signed up for like 14 different clubs and societies. Don't do that, that's overkill. I also started dropping into all kinds of courses that sounded even remotely interesting. The entire point is I want to develop this Baskin Robbins of flavors. And I was going with this one advice a senior gave me, which was even if you can't figure out what you like, at the very least, once you've got this Baskin Robbins of flavors, you can decide what you dislike. Maybe something that you like at a shallow level, or maybe something you want to pursue in greater detail. After a year of all this experimentation, I knew I wanted to do something creative and I knew I wanted to build something of my own. It was this intense desire to do something with a bang and to really create something big. That provided enough strings for my second year and for my internships moving on. Now, as you can probably tell, I juggled way too much and experienced a ton of burnout. So, here are three big tips I thought would drastically improve your happiness during your first year. Firstly, while you may want to jump into a ton of things like certain people I know, go easy in your commitments. In your academic life, you don't have to take the maximum number of courses every single semester. You can easily take the time to either settle down or to savor and go deeper into the courses you are taking. Remember, that can be vital for your learning curve as well. With respect to your own interests, rather than going into 15 things, go into maybe 3 to 5 at a time. That can really help you and your mental health. With respect to your personal life, you don't have to attend every single meeting, every single event, every single party, or visiting faculty lecture. I can guarantee you that they'll either come again, they'll most probably come again, or they weren't exactly earth shattering to your life. You will probably be able to get that information again. Secondly, if you feel there's too much building up on your plate already, I would recommend learning 2 to 3 different things to say if you want to say no. Hey man, I'll catch up with you guys later. Ooh, can you tell me how that goes? Guys, I think I'd really appreciate a night off. Would you judge someone for saying this, or would it really not be that big a deal? Lastly, don't always wait for other people to invite you. A lot of people don't realize how easy it is to create events of their own. For example, you can, on campus, you can order some food, call some people up and tell them, hey, a bunch of us are getting together for a bite. Do you want in? That sounds wonderful. And if you want to translate that to something online, I would recommend two applications. One is Run the World, that is awesome for networking. And Gather the World offers this nice Pokemon like experience where all of you can meet online on this one world and you guys get to play games together. Right now, I've noticed people playing everything from Uno to poker. I want you guys to realize how much power you have. You can take control of your schedule, you can take control of your social life. It's tremendous. And if I were you, here are a few things I would have done differently. One, I wouldn't have focused so much on being on every single college social media group before the term started. In fact, now I realize it was quite irrelevant. I was only a part of it because I was afraid I was missing out on something. Really, there wasn't much I was missing out on. Two, I would try mingling with my seniors a little more. See, I was so used to my high school seniors being judgy, pushy, and like enforcing the hierarchy of senior junior. I didn't realize that college was going to be completely different. I didn't realize that I'd be sharing the same courses as them. I didn't realize that we'd have the same ideas. That there was, in fact, not much of a difference, and that this concept of age creates a hierarchy started fading away as I progressed through college. And thirdly, I would take the last 15 minutes of my day to find one thing from that day that was story worthy, and I would record it. The entire reason is because I felt like my first year just flew by. And while I had a boatload of fun, I can maybe remember max to max 5 things on hand about what happened. And I had 365 days, you know? Some people might call this a gratitude journal or a happy journal. I like the idea of having story because A, it slows time down and also it creates a lot of tremendous conversation starters. It was just a nice thing which I felt would have helped if I had started it earlier on. So yeah, there you have it. Coming back to the whole reason why I created this video. I wanted to impart a few tips and techniques that were born out of my experiences so that way your undergrad could be a whole lot better. If you feel like this could help anyone else, please do share it with them as well. Until then, I bid thee farewell. Bye.